Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, man. Long time no see. Where the hell y'all been anyway? Hey, I got a surprise for y'all today. Check this out. Got ourselves a Suburban, a 4x4. Pretty damn decent shape too. A little faded on the paint, but as far as rust goes, very, very minimal. We'll do a little walk around here. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, that faded paint, man. This definitely needs a buff out or a repaint or something. There's a little bit of the rust I was talking about. That's kind of typical back behind the rear wheel there. Ooh, got a little something going on there. I love it when they have the little deflector at the top, and this one even has the roof rack, so that's pretty cool, man. I'm not really a 4x4 guy, but I know there are a lot of you out there, so I'm not hating, man. 4x4s are cool too. This one, man, engine wise, drivetrain, totally solid, man. This thing will fire right up. This is a running and driving truck, y'all. I think we'll crack open the hood right now and show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, she's all there. AC, everything is still intact on this truck, and it's all in working order. I do believe the AC needs to be charged, to be fair, but it does. I mean, everything's there, everything's working, nothing, you know, the compressor's not froze up or anything like that. This one even still has the smog pump. Not sure if you can see it down in there, but yeah, it's still there, and it's even got a belt still hooked up to it. Yeah, you guys know how it is. Usually by the time they're this age, they've done stripped the AC out of it, the smog pumps especially. I believe this is an 86 or an 87. I'll have to get back to you on that. But yeah, that is the 5.7 350 V8 right there, in case anybody was wondering. I think we ought to take a look inside of it. Now, she is a little rough inside. That's okay. We're going to give her some weird beard treatment. Oh man, look at that headliner. Now, this thing was drug out of a yard where it had been sitting for quite a few years, so of course it's going to have a lot of spare parts, and in this case we got a whole set of wheels. We'll drag those out here in a little bit. I was told those are actually in pretty decent shape. They're aluminum and they might polish up real nice. So we may be throwing them on here. I don't know yet. Yeah, like I was saying, all kinds of spare parts and a little bit of everything going on in here. So we'll get in here. We'll get all this stuff cleaned out. Boy, look at the rear air. Everything's still intact. Yeah, we definitely have to do something about the headliner. But that's okay, man. We do stuff like that here. Not sure if you guys caught any of my older videos, but we actually did some headliner work on the channel, and it turned out really nice actually, and it was on the cheap, just like always. We're thinking about maybe just cleaning it up, seeing if the next guy wants to you know, take it to the next level with like a full restoration or whatever. So yeah, let's get in here and fire this thing up. Yeah, she actually sounds pretty damn healthy. I think this is a pretty good little truck. Let's run it up and down the driveway and see how it does there. I haven't even driven this thing yet. Seems to be doing just fine. It seems kind of tight. It doesn't have a wore out feeling to it. Oh, hey, by the way, y'all, this thing has 70,000 miles on it. That's right, 70,000, not 170, 70,000. It feels like new, and I want to show y'all something really cool right here. The damn cigarette lighter has never been used. That thing is brand spanking new. Look at that. I don't know why, I just love stuff like that. I think that's cool. Just checking out reverse. Curious if everything's working fine. I mean, I don't see I can't fault it for anything yet so far. Everything seems to be in really good shape, so I don't hear nothing slipping. It may be a little bit low on transmission fluid, because I noticed that it took a second to shift when we were going forward. So we'll check that. It's part of the reason I wanted to check reverse. Make sure we're not having any transmission issues. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm just going to start with cleaning the inside of it out. I think that's the perfect starting point. So as far as the factory wheels go, we've got a full set and a spare matching, so that's cool. Okay, I think the time has come to try to get some of these big old wheels out of here. Okay, next. Boy, these things are really wedged in here. Well, okay, so here they are. All right, so now with the wheels and tires out of the way, all 5 of them, let's get the rest of this stuff out of here now. Ah, score. Oh, let's get this big old seat out of here. Feel this box. Look at this. That looks like a brand new set of shocks. There's 2 of them in here. Yes, there's the box that goes with it. That's brand new shocks, y'all. I guess it's time to crawl up in here. I can't get that back door open to save my life. Yeah, it won't come open from the outside, so we'll kind of work our way back there too, see if we can get it open from the inside, I guess. No, I hauled this truck home on a trailer, and I knew it was going to be heavy, but the way it squatted my trailer down, it seemed kind of unusually heavy, and now I see why. This thing is loaded with stuff. Got ourselves some CDs, y'all. Let's see what we got. Looks like we got a custom mix. Pretty cool. Got Disturbed. All right, more Disturbed. All right, we got 2 Disturbs. Okay, cool. Another custom mix, and oh yeah, y'all, Nickelback. I'm gonna burn this whole thing to the ground. Well, good news. We are just about to make it to this back door, finally. Here's the other battery I was talking about, right there. And looky here, man. We actually found a Holley carburetor, man. Throw a rebuild kit in there, we'd probably be able to use it. Well, say bye-bye to this one. I got a guy on the way from Texas right now. As we speak, should be here next half hour. He's going to take this one home. Not 100% sure what his plans are with it. Maybe he's going to fix it up. Who knows, but she's his baby now, and we're going to move on to the next one. Well, there it goes, y'all. She's out of here. All right, I know some of you guys are going to be sad to see that one go. You're going to be like, dude, that was a 4x4, straight square bodies, what everybody wants. Should have built it, Weird Beard. I can't believe you just let it go like that. But you know what? You can't save them all. Sometimes you got to get rid of some in order to do others. So that's kind of where we're at on that one. Better just to let it go, and then we could use that money to build some of these other ones. So that'd be kind of cool. We finally got a little money to invest, so let's go do that. He wasn't very happy with me keeping the battery. It's like, I got a battery shortage going on around here. I don't let batteries go. He said that wasn't part of the deal. And I was like, well, it wasn't not part of the deal. Well, all right, on to the next one. This is a 1996 Chevy pickup. It's got the, the old body style that we all like. And we are going to do a little bit of body work to it. Nothing major. You can see it's just stuff like this. I got a few spots I got to fix. Somebody tried to do body work and they just filled it full of filler and drilled holes, and yeah, it's a mess. So we're going to get in here, we're going to bang some of that stuff out, get all that straightened out, put a nice coat of primer on it, do a little bit of block sanding. We'll show you the truck. It is a 1996 Chevy pickup that's actually in pretty dang decent shape, and we're going to help clean it up and get it ready for a paint job. We're just going to do some sanding, some blocking, a little bit of light body work. Look at that. Pretty clean little truck. Short bed, short wide, as you can see. Look at that. Yeah, not too shabby. I'll show you the inside. I know you guys like seeing all this stuff. Pretty decent shape, no rips or tears or anything like that. The dash, you know how these dashes are. They do get cracks in them, and it does have a crack up there. You can see where the defroster vent is all messed up, but otherwise carpet is near perfect. Seats near perfect. Headliner. It's all good. Door panels are good. So, like I said, we're just going to do a little straightening on it. Get it ready for a new paint job. We're not going to paint it. Not this one. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. And we're just going to keep rolling, y'all. Just keep going. And like I said, this is typically what goes on around here. And any given week, I've got lots of projects, you know. I just try to do a little bit to each one. Keep them moving. So the cool part about this panel is that we can actually get in behind here and peck some of that metal back out and get it nice and straight. So in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull out this little reinforcing brace here. We're going to just get it out of our way for now. All right, there we go. Now that we got that out of the way, we won't have anything obstructing our hammer. We'll get in behind there. We'll hold our dolly on here. I'll show you here in just a minute, but we'll get all that all removed out of there. It's just a big pile of filler right there. I hate seeing that. When we get done, we shouldn't need anything but just a light little skim coat. Always like to put the bolts back in, that way I don't lose them. And I'll just take this whole thing with the bolts and everything and just sit it inside the bed. That way it's right near the repair area. Won't have to go looking for it or anything. It's the kind of stuff we did in the body shop. We kind of try to keep the parts near the repair area. In other words, if we were tearing down a door, we would want to keep everything right there just inside the door. Just, you know, stuff like that. You know, it takes a few seconds to put all the bolts back in, but man, it takes a lot longer to find new ones, you know? And this is what I'll be over here doing if I lose those. Having to try to dig out another one somewhere, and that takes time. Look at that, we're gonna get that right on there. Look how thick it was. You know, 1/4 inch. Not the worst I've seen, but definitely not what we needed in this particular case, man. There's just no reason for it. But this will make it where we don't got to grind it out like I mentioned earlier. I'll get in here and dress this up with the grinder, and we'll weld these holes shut too while we're at it. We don't need them. Yeah, sometimes you might have to work at it a little bit, and you want to keep some air nearby. Cool it down as you go. You don't want to get the area too hot, you'll warp it all up. I know you guys know all that. We want to clean the area up here before we put our filler or anything on it. Obviously you want a clean surface, right? You know, I'm not trying to sound like I know everything, but there is an art to wiping filler. If you hold the spreader up like that, you're going to be dragging that mud out of there, moving it over to another spot, which is fine if that's what you're after. If you're just trying to kind of smooth it all out, you're going to want to lay that spreader down a little bit more so that you're not dragging all the filler out from where it's at and moving it to another spot, unless that's what you're trying to do. We'll come over here, run it right up there, get that off of the edge of that, and you know what? We're just about there. I did skip ahead just a little bit. You see here, we're all wrapped up and ready to hose this thing down with a few thick coats of primer, and then we'll come back to block everything out. You can see there, man, it actually turned out all right. Got all of our body lines and everything back, just like they're supposed to. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and hose this thing down, the whole thing. We're gonna do the whole thing, and what I'll do is I'll focus on the bodywork first. We'll give it a nice coat. You can see we got a few spots here and there. Those are just hail dings. We'll hit those, and then got another one here, and then a big one there underneath the window. So yeah, we'll hit all of the mud work first, give it an extra coat, let it soak in for a few minutes, and then we'll go back and put a big, nice, even coat over the whole thing. it's looking better already. Alright, so that's the last of the bodywork. We'll let that dry for a few minutes and then we'll go back and hit the whole truck. Well, there it is. All primed and blocked and ready to be sent home. You guys see there? There's our spot that we had to fix. Boy, she was in such bad shape. Looking pretty good now. That primer is some good thick stuff. We'll talk more about it in another video. You can see that is literally just about the only spot that I burnt through when I was blocking, man. That stuff is good and thick. Blocked out really nice, really easy. And I blocked the whole truck. I went over it 3 times, finished it out with 320 grit sandpaper. She's paint ready, y'all. I think somebody could put a good coat of paint on here, a few coats actually, and this thing would look really nice. And we'll follow up on it. I'm not actually gonna paint this one. I was just getting it ready for the painter. Yeah, somebody else got dibs on the paint. That's fine. We're going to move on to the next one. I got more of these to straighten out, man. So I thought it'd make some good video content, so I thought I'd throw a little bit of that in there, show you guys what I've been up to. That's just one of the things I've been up to. We're going to get this one sent back to its owner, and they're supposed to be bringing me another one, so I'm kind of curious of what the next one's going to be. Well, alrighty, here's the next one. It's a work truck. She's a little bit rough. I do like that smooth bumper, though. It doesn't have the trim holes in it, you know? But man, she's rough. This thing is all kinds of beat up. All looks like somebody priming it and it's all peeling off. So we got a lot of work to do. It had the big giant trailer mirrors on it, and it rusted right off of there. I mean, it's in the back of the truck over here. You guys pardon the fan noise. It's extremely hot today. Yeah, you see the giant mirror? It literally fell right off the truck. Pulled right through the holes, got a little rust there. We're gonna have to do some real body work on this one. So we'll weld the holes shut, all of that good stuff. Decent amount of body work gonna have to get done on this to straighten it out. You can see there's somebody's old body work cracking out. All of that's gonna have to get ground down and start over with some good stuff. Look at this, man, big old flat. I love these flatbeds, the skirted ones with the toolboxes and everything. Really a tough look for this old truck. Yeah, there we go. There's one of those mirrors. That one's still hanging tough. Here we go on the inside. I just wanted to show you guys what this truck does have going for it. A nice seat. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the seat whatsoever. It's almost just perfect. The dash as well. Perfect dash. How many times have you guys seen that on one of these? I mean, these are notorious for the entire dashboard just busting right out of them. And this one is in near perfect condition, not so much as a single crack on it anywhere. Under the hood, we got the big boy. Big block 454 throttle body injection. The whole brake system on this thing has been completely rebuilt. A few other things have been redone. Got new plug wires and all that kind of stuff. The fuel system as well has been completely rebuilt. All new fuel lines, brake lines, all that good stuff has already been done to this. Whew, we got a big old dent there. Luckily on this, we can actually get to the inside. You can see where somebody's actually already started to remove the panel. Yeah, look at all that room. Big giant cavity there. We could get in there and pop most of that out from the inside, so that'll make that a lot easier. Well, don't you hate it when there's a big giant dent right in the middle of a body line? That one's going to be fun. Luckily, we've got a replacement hood for that one up front. This one's got a little damage too that's going to have to get worked out. So plenty of body work to do on this one. We're going to prime it, block it, we're going to paint it, we're going to do the whole 9 yards. This would be easier on the truck. I wonder if I should just go ahead and just put it on there. Well, okay, so I went ahead and skipped ahead. This, it's more of the same, man, just blocking it out. I blocked it all down to 120 on this. It should be ready to prime in. I went ahead and went over this whole side of the hood with some 120 on my palm sander here. You can see where we went through and we just kind of feathered back some little areas where it had chips and things like that. I'm gonna do that on this side. You can see this is really rough, peeling. That's all gotta get feathered back and made smooth, like stuff like this. You see how, if you look at this, you see how it goes around and around, it kind of looks like a bullseye. Well, that's where we feathered this thing back to the point to where once we prime it, this will all go away. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side, work it down to make it look like that side, and it ought to be ready to actually shoot some primer on it. Now we're gonna have to repeat this entire process up on that roof too. All right, let's lay down some primer. I'm gonna go over the Bodywork first, give it its own coat, and then once it soaks in, then we'll go over the whole thing, probably about 2 or 3 coats. Turn the pressure down just a little. Okay, so while the hood's drying, we will come over here and work on another part of the vehicle. I figured right here on this cab corner, that's about the worst of it really, is both of these cab sections. And I thought maybe we'd knock that out. First, we're gonna have to grind out all the old bodywork. Don't be surprised if you don't come across that in your project. And you wanna get, if it's good, you could probably just leave it alone. If there's no cracking, like you see here, lots of cracking, none of that, no rust trying to bubble up underneath it, just leave it alone. But that's definitely got to come out of there, so let's just do that. So hey, good news everybody, after only about 20 minutes of grinding, I finally found some metal in this thing. This stuff was so thick, y'all. Look at the, can y'all see how, look at that, my whole finger fits in there. Just to make it level, they just cave and pave, I guess. So anyway, this stuff is thick and it's taking the whole thing. So I'm just gonna keep grinding. I gotta get all that mess out of there. We're gonna start over. So I'm in here grinding away trying to get the filler out of there, man, because it is way down in there. And well, this is what happens. There's nothing behind that. It's about to punch through right now. Look, yeah, sure enough, that punched right on through. There's a hole there too. Well, that came out pretty nice right there. Do a little tapping on our high spot. We're just going to keep working that until that comes out of there. What that is, what I think it is somebody hit that with an axe, because it's got like a slice right here that actually went all the way through and hit the inner structure. It's got a little crease on the inner structure poking out. So it hit it good, whatever it was. So there it is after a little bit of welding and grinding. No more hole. Got a little more I need to do here. And I went ahead and welded a couple more tabs and pulled this area out. Got the body line nice. I do think I'm gonna have to remove this and actually get right here and do a little bit of pulling. And that should make the body line come back out where it needs to be. As far as the rest of it, it's very superficial. Just a light little wave here and there, nothing crazy. No more dents or anything. This and that was the worst of it. And there it is after a nice little even coat of filler. That's all been worked down to 120. It's ready for primer. I've gone ahead, did the filler work on those 3 mounting holes. Remember, we welded those shut and skim coat of glaze over those. Those are fine now. You'll never know that it was ever there. More of the same over on the bottom. Dent there, and a really big one down there. Pulled all that out. Skim coat of filler on those. I'm gonna pull this mirror off. We're gonna weld these holes shut. Everything just like we did on the other side, obviously. Alright everybody, pardon the fan noise, but as you can see, we got all the body work done. These cab sides were terrible, but the rest of it just kind of hit and miss. Glad to have all that done. Let's hit it up with some primer. Got some high build primer. Should probably put about 2 or 3 coats of that on, and then we can come back and we can block all that down, and this all should be pretty decent. Man, it's fun watching all that ugly disappear. Man, that is so much nicer than before. Look at that. Everything's all nice and straight and the same color and no more peeling and all that. You guys remember, it looked like that when we first brought it in. Now, no worries. Remember, we already straightened out a different hood that's going to go on here, so we didn't even have to mess with this one. But yeah, that's what it looked like. All that surface rust and peeling, you know, all the primer peeling off of it that somebody had probably put on years ago. You see all that? That's what the whole thing looked like. As you can remember, well, I think she's looking pretty good now. But not nearly as good as it's going to look once we get it painted. But man, we got a ton of blocking to do, so let's get started on that. So I skipped ahead a little bit, kind of spared you guys some of this. I wanted to ask you guys a question, man. Do you guys want to see a full, detailed paint video where I just take you through everything like I used to? We've done that in the past. It seems to do pretty good. I was wondering if you guys would still be interested in something like that. If so, I will take you through some of these from start to finish, fully detailed. Every little trick I know, man, I'll put it out there for you. As for this, and I'm just going to go ahead and shoot it. We're going to hose it down with some of that white, that Chevy white, and make it look good, man. I think it's going to look awesome when we're done. Already painted these, man. They turned out pretty nice, and that's exactly what the rest of it's going to look like. Really bright white like that. I like it. Alrighty, there she is all done, y'all. I think she looks pretty good. Pretty good for an old work truck. What do you think, man? We see where we welded up the holes there for the mirrors. All that's gone. All that peeling paint, y'all remember that? Remember how bad that was? It's all gone, looking good now. Nice and smooth. We even took the grill out, painted the valance and all that good stuff. And man, I'll tell you what, it was a chore to get up in there with this headache rack, but that turned out nice and smooth, so good deal. I went ahead and straightened this one up while it was here. This one we just got ready for paint. There's another old boy gonna paint that one that actually owes some paint work, so we're gonna send that one to him and let him take care of that one. I just worked a few spots, got the door here, and then the rocker needed some work, and just a few little hail dents here and there is all we did on that one. Nothing too spectacular. So I didn't do a video on that one, but hey, there is more of these coming. In fact, he's wanting to drop another one off right now. He's coming to pick these two up. So hey man, if you guys want to see some videos, some real like in-depth videos on how to paint cars and all that kind of stuff, I will be glad to show you some of that stuff, teach you what I know. For those you don't know, I actually did it professionally in a collision center for I think like 13-14 years. In that environment, being that it's fast-paced, high volume, you do learn a few tricks on how to do this stuff. So I've made videos like that in the past. You guys seem to like them, but if you want some more, I'll be glad to do it. You guys just let me know down in the comment section. But yeah, man, I just want to let you guys know that I am still alive and we are still cranking out some stuff around here. We took a little break from the YouTube, but we're back. So you guys let me know what you want to see, man. It's good to see you. We'll see y'all later, man. Y'all be careful. Be careful on your way back. Well, all right, on to the next one, man. We got that thing on its way home, both of them, and he's going to bring me another one here real soon. So I'll keep you guys posted on that and be sure to shoot you guys some good paint videos if that's what you want. Hey, how about flip cars? It's been a while, huh? That's kind of what we built the channel off of, was flipping cars, man. Getting these A to B cars, dolling them up, giving them the weird treatment. You guys remember. We built the channel on it, like I said. You guys love those videos, it seems. And a lot of you guys have sent us things along the way to kind of help us bring these cars back to life. And you know what? I would like to get back into that. And we're starting with this one. So you guys stay tuned, man. I got lots of content coming out for you guys. Everything that we've always done, whether it's flipping cars, painting cars, or doing full-blown custom builds. Yeah, we do that here too, in case you forgot. And yeah, we still got the Fury. So yeah, I've been away for a little while, but we're back and we're full steam, y'all, man. We're going to get after it. We're going to put out some videos for y'all. So stay tuned. I'm going to get out of here for now, though. I'll see y'all next time.